Welcome, guys, to episode 25 of the Reality Podcast. You guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and also ring those bells for all notifications for daily wrestling content. Guys, cue the music. One more time, please. I gotta say this right now. Get used to hearing that type of music on a weekly basis. Get used to it. Get used to it. It was funny on Tuesday. It's going to be funny when it comes to that television show every single week. It's going to be fucking funny. Now. Before I begin episode 25 of the podcast, I have to really shout out Arnold on this one. I was about to start recording for the podcast for Friday, and Arnold sent a tweet about the StarCast press conference with Cody and the Young Bucks and stuff like that about the 24/7 title. What I'm about to show you, what I'm about to make you guys hear is 100% factual. Cody says something that was factual. Matt says something that was factual. Here we go. Hope you guys enjoy. Get it to work.
To be fair, we all love Mick Foley, right? Everyone loves Mick Foley. What a bad. I felt so bad.
Cody, we all did.
He's standing out there. He's a living legend. What the fuck was he holding? Like what? Like no thought. Hey, no thought went into that. Like what is it? Oh, it's 24/7. So what do you put on it? 24/7. Like, no thought. Just.
And you know what? Here's another thing. Our titles are gonna look good. Good Lord. I saw a graphic of that new title and I almost threw up.
Matt, believe me, I almost did too.
I'm gonna get so much heat and I haven't said a word. Who cares? We don't work for them. We can say whatever we want.
Let's be fair.
Coño. Shout out to Arnold for giving me that tweet before even beginning recording for the podcast here. Arnold, if you're watching, shout out to you, bro. Now, I have to reiterate this right now to all you apologists. To all you apologists, I have to reiterate this. If you're going to defend the 24/7 championship on social media, there's no saving you on social media. There's no saving you whatsoever. There isn't. There isn't. Who are you to say to us smart fans, if you don't like it, don't watch? Now, I hate this sound like a broken record. I really do. I hate this sound like a broken record. Us smart fans, now I'm going to say this very slow so you can comprehend what I'm about to say. Us wrestling fans, the smart wrestling fans, want to see the company succeed. We, us smart fans, want the company to tell better stories. Us smart wrestling fans want better stories to be told and better matches. Us smart wrestling fans don't want our intelligence to be insulted. That's the best way I can put it. If you're going to defend the 24 championship on a weekly basis starting now, you might as well delete your social media. You might as well delete your social media. The 24/7 championship is a fucking joke. And even they said it. The 24/7 championship is a jobber's title. It's a way for all the jobbers in fucking Titus Catering to get on TV. And there's a report here on the news articles that I'm about to read for you guys today. The 24/7 championship was USA Network's idea. Man, the USA Network, are you a bunch of fucking idiots? Just saying. Oh, and by the way, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you guys should. Twitter is right there down below in the fucking layout there. I am proclaiming myself, self-proclaimed, as the IWC factual speaker. If you guys like that name, hit that thumbs up. I would love to know how many of you people like that. Before I begin with episode 25 of the podcast here, I have to seriously just talk about this real fast. I need to talk about this X3 guy on Twitter. Now, as you guys know, X3, he's the biggest Roman Reigns cocksucker you can ever find on social media. The biggest cocksucker. Speaking 100% factual. Now, he is not only the biggest Roman Reigns cocksucker, he's also the biggest fucking degenerate on fucking social media. Imagine doing the same pose that Shawn Michaels did with the World Wrestling Federation Championship, does this and stuff like that, all naked and shit, and there's a picture of JD and off the script on his fucking balls. You look like a grown-ass man with a bitch mentality. With a bitch mentality. And I deal with those kinds of people every single day on my job. When it comes to my job, I deal with people who are grown-ass men yet have a bitch mentality. If you guys don't know what a bitch mentality is when you're a grown-ass man that acts like a little-ass girl. Claims that they get girls and shit. Claims that they get money. But then again, you're not all about that. You're not about that. Now what X3 did on Twitter, he just wants attention. He's just like these apologists, all these degenerates, all these virgins on social media. They just want attention. They just want attention. That's the funny part about it. This guy has a dead channel. I don't give a fuck who you are. And like I said, I've said this millions and millions of times. I don't give a fuck who I trigger on social media. The more people trash my name, the more power I get. Mind you, I'm not even at 100 subs yet. I'm only at 78 subscribers. I'm not even at 100 yet. Hell, I'm not even at 1K yet. I haven't even hit triple digits in fucking subscribers yet on this platform. And I said this last week. When you look up on Twitter, your boy Chris from 183, look at the fucking apologists. Look at the fucking haters. Look at the fucking degenerates on social media that's bashing my name and using my name at their own expense. But they're not me. They're not the guy that's working at the most expensive baseball stadium in the country, making $17 an hour. They're not me, who's fucking posting content on YouTube on a weekly basis, who talks the real truth and speaks nothing but factual information on the current day product. You should see me on Wednesday nights as well. NXT, I praise NXT. I love NXT. NXT is the only thing I watch When it comes to the network, I cover Throwback Thursday. I cover Raw and SmackDown. I have a wrestling podcast to deal with, and trying to work my name up there, trying to build my brand here on YouTube. You try walking a mile in my shoes, you wouldn't even pass a quarter mile. You wouldn't even pass a quarter mile in my shoes. For the shit that I've been through. You wouldn't even walk a quarter of a mile in my shoes. You fucking wouldn't. I don't know what these people think. I don't know who they think they are. Defending Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live on a weekly basis is not going to get you paid by Vince McMahon. Defending Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis is not going to get you a commission out of Vince's fucking pocket. Defending Raw and SmackDown and the 24/7 championship on a weekly basis starting now is not going to land you a job in WWE. It's not. It's not. Stop sucking the cock of Vince McMahon. Stop sucking on the cock of WWE. If you're an apologist and shit, and you watch this product on a weekly fucking basis, I don't know how you see anything wrong on Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis. And I gotta fix my camera for a second. There you go. Thank you. There you go. Hold on. Matter of fact, there you go. That's even better. I apologize. Defending Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis is not going to get you to meet any superstar. Defending Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis is not going to get you to meet your favorite superstar. It's not. Stop sucking cock of WWE. What's that going to get you down the road? Nothing. I speak nothing but the truth on a weekly basis here. Not only on the podcast, but on Raw and SmackDown. And I'm not even going to blame Creative for this. I've been bashing on Creative since I came back on YouTube, and I apologize to Creative for bashing them all this time that I've been on YouTube. I heard that during Monday Night Raw, they were still writing the show during Monday Night Raw. What the fuck does that tell you about the current product? What the fuck does that tell you about Vince McMahon? And this is why I say Double or Nothing tomorrow night. I hope it blows WWE out of the water to the point where Vince has to tell better stories, has to tell better shows, or should I say book better shows. The only thing that AEW, the only thing that Double or Nothing technically has competition on is NXT. It's NXT. You guys know NXT TakeOver 25 is next weekend. You guys know that's going to blow fucking Vince out of the water. Clearly. Now, I must say this, though, about Vince, He's getting all this money from Super ShowDown, from Saudi Arabia. You know Vince is going to want to try to get all these part-timers and everything else, Hall of Famers, part-timers, to get on the show. Make your money. I'm not going to stop Vince from making his money. I'm not going to tell Vince on how to make his money. If he's got to make money, do what you got to do. I'm not against making money. I will never be against making money. Never. But money isn't the only thing that should be important. It really isn't. Money shouldn't be the only thing that's important, depending who you talk to. But other than that, I just want this company, I just want WWE to be successful. Is it successful now? Depending who you talk to. Depends on who you talk to. Is it a multi-billion-dollar company? Yes. Is it a multi-billion-dollar corporation? Yes, it is. But how many people do you think that's working in WWE are happy? I can tell you right now, almost none. Creative right now is just pulling a tear out of his fucking head. Superstars aren't happy. Can you fucking blame them? No. You can't blame those guys. But at the same time, and shit, Vince is not gonna let anybody go. Especially with AEW rolling around. Vince is not letting nobody go. Yet people are gonna say, oh, WWE is, they're booking the best television while AEW is just a t-shirt company and they're not gonna be successful. Why would you wish that upon another wrestling promotion? Do I want AEW to be successful? Abso-fucking-lutely. I do. I want Cody, the Young Bucks, and Kenny and Brandy to build this corporation to its highest level. And I got nothing but respect for Cody and the Young Bucks. Nothing but respect for them. And I respect Kenny even more. The reason why I respect Kenny that much is because he could have came to WWE for the money. He could have. He could have made the most money he would have ever made if he just came to WWE. But the one thing separated Kenny from going to WWE was creative. And when it comes to a superstar, two issues either comes with cash or creative. Vince didn't want to give Kenny Omega creative control. That's big in a superstar. That's big in a superstar. Daniel Bryan, he has creative control over his freaking over his character. He has creative control. How come you couldn't give Kenny Omega any creative control? How come you couldn't give the Young Bucks creative control? You think Vince, listen, you ask yourself this question. You think for 1 second that Vince is going to actually let Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks creatively control themselves? If you think that, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. I hope AEW is a very successful wrestling promotion. What I respect about Cody as well is that he was in WWE. He got released in WWE. Took a chance upon himself in the indies. And look at him now. He's one of the most biggest names in the indies. One of the biggest names. You gotta respect Cody for that. I will forever respect Cody for that. I'll forever respect Cody for that. But this is episode 25 of the Reality Podcast. If you guys don't know who I am your boy Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel on this Friday, March 24th, 2019. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the episode. If you guys are excited for Double or Nothing for tomorrow night, I want you guys to hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys expect out of Double or Nothing tomorrow night? I expect Double or Nothing to be the biggest fucking pay-per-view of the year. That's my 100% factual situation. It's factual. It's factual. I want AEW, I want Double or Nothing to be very, very successful. I do. All In was a success from what I heard. All In was a success. I expect Double or Nothing to be even more successful tomorrow night. And if you guys are new to the channel, and you guys like what you see on the channel, I want you guys to do me a simple favor. Hit that subscribe button down below and also ringing those bells for all notifications for daily wrestling content. Check out Throwback Thursday from yesterday. I did a Backlash 1999 review video for Throwback Thursday. This is my brother's favorite pay-per-view of all time. Favorite pay-per-view of all time. Backlash 1999. The Undertaker kidnapped Stephanie McMahon. And also, I did a reaction on the Black Wedding. If you guys haven't watched the end of Throwback Thursday, I want you guys to go ahead and look at it. I did a reaction on the Black Wedding that happened between The Undertaker and Stephanie McMahon. Link to Throwback Thursday will be in the annotation that you see on the little eye on the upper right hand corner of your screen. Check out NXT review. Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze is back on the black and gold brand. This is great. This is great. And then also Tyler Breeze. I'm thinking about fucking Ty Dillinger. Tyler Breeze will be going one-on-one with the Velveteen Dream for the NXT North American Championship at NXT TakeOver 25. I'll give you guys my thoughts on it. Link to NXT review will be in the annotation above in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Check out SmackDown Live review. SmackDown Live was just completely fucking terrible and boring. Outside of Ali and Andrade, really good TV match between those two men. Dolph Ziggler makes his return after 6 long months and attacks Kofi Kingston. I'm going to explain to you guys today on the podcast why Dolph Ziggler is back for Saudi Arabia. Link to SmackDown review will be in the annotation above in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Check out Monday Night Raw review. Yeah, I know, Cody. I know. What the fuck is that, Cody? I know, Cody. I know. It's fucking disgusting. And the fact that people are defending the 24/7 championship on social media really does say a lot about the IWC. But I'm here to speak nothing but complete factual. So, Raw Reviews live on the channel right now. Mick Foley unveils a new 24/7 championship. Link to Raw Review will be in the annotation above in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. If you guys missed my Money in the Bank review from this past Sunday, this pay-per-view went from bad to worse in just 30 seconds. Link to Money in the Bank review will be in the annotation above on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast right here on YouTube, so make sure you are connecting with your boy Chris on social media. Twitter, you guys are going to follow me on Twitter at Chris from Loring. And Snapchat, if you guys want to add me on Snapchat, you guys can add me on Snapchat at Chris Most Hated. And if you guys are enjoying the content, do you guys like what you see on the content? Be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing those bells for all notifications for daily wrestling content right here on the channel. Let's get, well, wrong thing there. Oh, there you go. Nope, there you go. I apologize there. Let's begin episode 25 of the Reality Podcast right here on the channel. Now, there's news on Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish of Undisputed Era is injured once again. Bobby Fischer is one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. Well, not really. He's competing for the NXT. He will be competing for the NXT Tag Team Champions. Bobby Fish is one half of the, well, 1/4 of Undisputed Era, and he suffered a scary moment at an NXT house show a few days ago in Philadelphia. Fish and Kyle O'Reilly were wrestling only Lorcan and Danny Burch in Philly when Bobby Fish took a kick to the head from Lorcan. According to Wrestling Observer newsletter, Bobby Fish was quote-unquote knocked silly, end quote. Bobby Fish tagged out of the match after trying to continue, and the referee threw up the dreaded X gesture to signify an injury. Medical team members looked at Fish and ringside, and at that point, while his partner carried on, the match was ended very soon after that, with Kyle O'Reilly slapping an armbar on Lorcan. Fish came out the next night with Undisputed Era, but his arm was in a sling and they say he was injured. It was reportedly not serious, but it was a pretty concerning moment. Hopefully, it won't keep Fish from competing at NXT TakeOver 25 because he is in a very important fatal 4-way tag team ladder match for the NXT Tag Team titles booked for June 1st at NXT TakeOver 25. The thing about Bobby Fish is that he cannot stay healthy. Now, this scares me because I love Bobby Fish. I love Undisputed Era. This is scaring me because once he goes to the main roster, God willing, I'm sending a prayer every single night for the NXT superstars to get well booked in the main roster. But you know, guys, that's not gonna freaking happen. I'm scared for this because Bobby Fish can never stay healthy. He just can't. He's like Greg Bird of the fucking Yankees. He can't stay healthy. He's a great guy. He's a big facilitator for Undisputed Era. He can't stay healthy. He cannot stay healthy, but hopefully, I mean, from what the report said, it's not that serious. So let's hope that Bobby Fish can compete at NXT TakeOver 25 next weekend in that fatal 4-way ladder match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. There's news on Brock Lesnar. how long Brock Lesnar's WWE Super ShowDown match has been planned. Now, there's a lot of news on Brock Lesnar, which I will go over for you guys here on the podcast today. Brock Lesnar won the Money in the Bank briefcase on Sunday, which pissed me off, by the way. But it turns out that might have all been done as a way to book him in a match that the company already had planned for him. This is interesting here. Lesnar will be competing at Super ShowDown event, as we previously reported. It is for this reason that the Beast Incarnate is expected to announce this week on Raw that he will be cashing in his Money in the Bank contract at the show in Jeddah. Although it is always possible that WWE could swerve us in regards to his cash-in, the Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that Lesnar was already slated to work a Universal title match against Seth Rollins in Saudi Arabia since before he lost the title in the first place. And this is what Wrestling Observer newsletter reported, and I quote, It had been the plan since before WrestleMania for Lesnar to get his rematch with Rollins at the May Saudi Arabia show, which of course was then moved to June 7th, end quote. Since Dolph Ziggler has already been announced as Kofi Kingston's Super ShowDown opponent, that was confirmed on SmackDown Live this past Tuesday, this leaves a logical role for Lesnar to play. It could always be in the cards that Lesnar and Heyman will play games with the Money in the Bank contract, causing Rollins to offer a shot at his title without needing to cash in his contract. But we will just have to wait and see how it all pans out. I gotta be honest with you here. I really gotta be honest. Brock Lesnar winning the Money in the Bank contract was not even needed. Was not needed. If you was gonna book Lesnar versus Rollins at Super ShowDown, regardless of Brock not having the Money in the Bank contract, then why are you giving Lesnar a rematch? Isn't it the rematch clause abolished? Isn't it the rematch clause no longer exist? That doesn't even exist anymore on the main roster? So why give Lesnar a rematch against Rollins for the Universal Championship when the rematch clause is abolished? Doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. I really don't fucking know. But I'm going to continue on with the Brock Lesnar topic here. WWE's logic for Brock Lesnar's Money in the Bank win. Brock Lesnar invaded the Money in the Bank match to become the new Beast in the Bank on Sunday, but WWE had their reasons for making this controversial booking decision. Very controversial booking decision, by the way. WWE needs to draw as much attention to their product as possible. No fucking shit. An extra boost of attention could help their dwindling ratings in a big way. Therefore, WWE wanted to make sure that people were paying attention, that they used Brock Lesnar to accomplish that. Wrestling Observer Newsletter reports that the scripting of the match was done to draw heat to Lesnar after he won the match. The other 7 competitors in the contest were going all out for the entire brutal match. Then Lesnar got to run in without taking a bump and win the match. The biggest part of their reasoning was the boosted ratings for Raw the next night and the week to follow, where Lesnar is promised to make a decision concerning the Money in the Bank contract. This is what the Wrestling Observer Newsletter reported, and I quote, "It was all about a monumentary pop and surprise, as well as 2 weeks of television ratings. The feeling was that the Lesnar surprise would help ratings based on curiosity the next night, which it did," end quote. We will have to wait and see if Brock Lesnar's appearance on next week's show will pop another good rating. However, it is expected that he will announce his Money in the Bank cash-in will take place at Super ShowDown in Jeddah against Seth Rollins. I don't expect Brock to cash it in against Kofi Kingston because Dolph Ziggler is already his fucking opponent. Raw viewership was actually up this week, but if they want to keep the USA Network happy so they don't pitch more ideas like the 24/7 title, which we'll go over in just a little bit, then WWE needs to bring up their numbers. What can I say about this? They use Brock Lesnar as a big name to boost ratings. They realize that an Undertaker appearance is not going to boost up ratings. A John Cena appearance is not going to boost up ratings. Triple H his appearance is not going to boost any ratings. Nobody in WWE right now, Raw and SmackDown, is not moving the needle. So obviously, Vince had to make a simple phone call, go to Brock Lesnar. I wonder how much Brock got paid just to move the ladder, fuck up Ali, climb up the ladder, and retrieve the briefcase. I wonder how much Brock got paid for that. That's all I'm wondering. But you could have gone with this a different way. If you wanted to book Brock versus Rollins, you could have simply done that at SummerSlam. You could have simply done that at SummerSlam. Rollins could have had a completely different opponent for Saudi Arabia. For Saudi Arabia, stomping grounds, Extreme Rules, all the way to SummerSlam. You could have gave me Brock versus Rollins at SummerSlam. But I'm going to sit here and assume that the Prince of Saudi Arabia, or the King of Saudi Arabia, wanted Brock to not only win the Money in the Bank contract, but he wanted Brock versus Rollins at Super ShowDown. Now, I'm going to ask you guys this question. What if Seth got a different opponent for Super ShowDown and Brock never won the Money in the Bank contract? Who would Brock would face at Super ShowDown in Jeddah? You're not going to put Brock against The Undertaker. Taker already has Goldberg, which we are yet to see yet build up. But at this point, I don't care. You're not going to put Brock against Strowman. You're not going to put Brock against a fucking Roman Reigns again. You're not going to book Brock versus AJ, Brock versus Daniel. Vince had no choice but to put Lesnar against Rollins. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but I said this last week, and I said this during Money in the Bank and Raw review. If Brock is going to cash in on Seth Rollins, you expect Seth Rollins to beat Brock Lesnar twice? Do you really expect that? I don't. There's going to be a negative here. Brock winning the Universal Championship, and Brock is barely going to be on Raw. I wanted the Universal Championship to be on Raw every single week. Because when Brock was Universal Champion, it was never on Raw on a weekly basis. It was never there. But when the likes of Kevin Owens won it, Roman winning it, Rollins winning it, it was there every week. But now, I said this to myself, and I really spoke about this to myself after Money in the Bank review. The longer Brock was holding the Universal Championship on the 2 times he won it, the more he devalued the title. I don't care about the Universal Championship. That title was dead. The title was dead. Brock held it for what? Over like 400, close to 500 days as Universal Champion. Roman held the championship, didn't do anything with it. The only person that did something with the Universal Championship was KO. KO and Rollins. That's it. I'm not gonna count Finn Balor because he was not only the first Universal Championship, that he was the first man to win the Universal title, but he got hurt during that matchup against Rollins at SummerSlam 3 years ago, and had to relinquish the championship the very next day. So I don't know. I really don't know, but Brock is gonna most likely cash in on Rollins at Super ShowDown in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Dolph Ziggler. News on Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler added to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view event as well. As you guys saw, Dolph Ziggler made a very surprising return during SmackDown Live this week to attack Kofi Kingston. This set up a big title match at Super ShowDown, but not the only time we'll be seeing the show off in a big match situation. The Wells Fargo Center is now advertising Dolph Ziggler for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view event. He is currently being promoted in a triple threat match for the WWE title between Kofi, himself, and Kevin Owens. This booking not only means that Ziggler isn't likely to be leaving immensely, but Kevin Owens will also remain in the main event scene at least through July. They are also advertising Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin for the Universal title, as well as Roman Reigns in a handicap match against Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. AJ Styles is also being advertised against a mystery opponent. Now I'm going to talk about this Dolph Ziggler situation right now. While we're even in the fucking topic. While we're only in the freaking topic. The reason why, and I totally believe this, the reason why Dolph Ziggler got added to the WWE Championship match at Super ShowDown is because Kevin Owens, and there's a report right there that's staring literally right in front of me. Kevin Owens has a reason for not working the Super ShowDown show in Saudi Arabia. So Kevin Owens is not going to go to Saudi Arabia. Kofi needs a heel to work with at Saudi Arabia. It's got to do Dolph Ziggler. You have Elias working against Roman. There's no other heels on SmackDown Live. There's no other heels. Andrade, he's going up against Finn Balor for the IC title. You can't book him in a matchup against Kofi. So they came back with it. They brought Dolph Ziggler, and the reason why Dolph Ziggler is there is because of the Saudi money. And not only that, Dolph is going to be a part of the Extreme Rules triple threat match, which is advertised at the Wells Fargo Center in July against Kevin Owens and Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. Now, do I love Dolph Ziggler? Yeah, I love Dolph Ziggler. I just don't care. Now, I just don't care. Now, he did cut a good promo on SmackDown on Tuesday. A good promo. But then again, at the end of the day, do you expect Dolph Ziggler to walk out of Saudi Arabia as the WWE champion? No! Dolph is just there to collect the paycheck. Same thing as Goldberg, The Undertaker, Triple H, and Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar. The exact same reason they're there for is to collect the paycheck. The old mighty dollar. In the words of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, it's all about the money. Money talks. That's my advice for you guys. Money will always talk. Money will always do the most talking. So there you go. Speaking of Kevin Owens' reasons for not working the Super ShowDown show in Saudi Arabia. Get a little comfortable real quick here. Here we go. Kevin Owens is not going to the next Saudi Arabia event in Jeddah on June 7th. This makes 4 top male WWE superstars who will not be participating in the Super ShowDown. I will give you guys the list right now of the 3 others. If I can even click on this. Oh, well, I guess not. Okay. Owens is very close friends with Sami Zayn, who is also not going to Super ShowDown event. However, Zayn's absence is not by his choice. He is a, if I'm saying this right, a Syrian? Something like that, I have no idea. He is a Syrian ancestry and was noted in the Wrestling Observer newsletter. The Saudis hate Syrians, end quote. Therefore, KO will not be going to the event. However, he has a few reasons for not participating. This is what they reported, end quote. And I quote, with Owens, company sources have said he was asked by his family not to go. Others have said there are a number of reasons, and all of the reasons speculated were accurate, end quote. Sami Zayn is not being allowed to attend the event is obviously a big reason for Kevin Owens not wanting to go. Therefore, Owens simply told WWE that he didn't want to go to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the company reportedly accepted his request. It is said that Royal Entertainment never asked Kevin Owens why he didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, and they simply allowed him to sit this one out. It is also reported that there was no pressure on Owens to change his mind despite the difficult spot it put the company in to book the event. Now, if you guys knew, the Saudi show was leaked, and I read the story about that, I believe last week or 2 weeks ago. I think it was last week. I think it was episode 23 or back to like last week. I have no idea. That Kevin Owens was supposed to face Kofi Kingston at Saudi Arabia for the WWE Championship. Now, we've seen this matchup at Money in the Bank. Kofi won. Now, if KO was to go to Saudi Arabia, would he beat Kofi? No. It would just be another waste of time for Kevin Owens. So, there's the reason why that Kevin Owens is not going to Saudi Arabia. Moving along, guys, see what the podcast here. WWE 24/7 title. Get this. WWE's 24/7 championship was the USA Network's idea. Are you fucking kidding me? So, this wasn't Vince's idea. This was USA Network's idea. What? Bullshit. Yeah, I know. WWE introduced a 24/7 title, a new 24/7 title, to the already loaded list of championships. But it wasn't their idea. Raw and SmackDown Live are both on the USA Network, and they have noticed a slump in ratings. This drop in viewership has been especially troubling during Raw's third hour. Raw should go back to 2 hours. Problem solved. Therefore, USA Network wanted something to be done about this. It was noted in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that the backstory is that the USA Network has been complaining for some time about declining ratings, in particular in the third hour. You remember that Monday Night Raw where it suffered a 1.8 million rating on the third hour? 1.8. The network apparently sent a bunch of ideas to Vince McMahon about how to improve things, and the 24/7 title idea was the best one they sent in. Let me repeat that. The network apparently sent a bunch of ideas to Vince McMahon about how to improve things, and the 24/7 title idea was the best one they sent in. This is what the Wrestling Observer newsletter said, and I quote, USA Network of late was sending in all kinds of ideas to WWE to bring up the third hour ratings. One person with knowledge, this person is fucking retarded, one person with knowledge of the story said the ideas were all terrible, but the 24/7 idea was the best one, and McMahon knew he had to take one of them, end quote. It is said that the 24/7 title idea is largely taken from the DDT promotion in Japan. So now we're stealing ideas from another wrestling promotion in Japan. However, unlike the Japanese company who allows imminent objects to become champion, it is not likely WWE will take it that far. We will have to wait and see what is next for the 24/7 title, but hopefully not, it will be able to draw some interest to Raw's third hour. Remember what Mick Foley said on Raw Monday Night when he unveiled the 24/7 championship? That this championship will be on the line every single week on the third hour of Raw. This story right here just confirmed it. They call it the 24/7 championship. Why is WWE and Vince McMahon bringing another championship into the company? I don't know. The company has too many championships within just 10 minutes. And I'm sorry, I have to play the song again. I'm sorry. And I apologize. I have to play the fucking song again. This calls for that song again. In my honest opinion, this calls for the fucking song again. Are you ready? And seriously, this is Arnold's laugh right here. Arnold, I'm not gonna lie to you. Those last 3 seconds sound like you was fucking choking on something. Pause. Was you eating was you eating or something while you was laughing or something? Because it's not like you was coughing or something or choking on the last 3 seconds there. But that shit was funny. Just saying. But there you go. That is your reason for the 24/7 championship. Whose idea was it? USA Network's. I want to save some news for Saturday's episode of the podcast. I want to save some news for Saturday. Might as well talk about AEW. Might as well talk about yeah. Matter of fact, let's talk about AEW. AEW All Elite World Championship details have been announced. Here. AEW's Double or Nothing event is this Saturday, which is tomorrow night. And fans are either gearing up to watch the pay-per-view or they are heading out to Las Vegas for the live event. Now, the stakes are higher than ever for 2 matches at the big show tomorrow night. All Elite Wrestling have announced that the Double or Nothing Casino Battle Royal winner will get a shot at the All Elite World Championship. However, they will have to face one of the best competitors in the world to earn the title. Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega are going to war on May 25th, and the winner of that match will also get a shot at the new title. It was not specified when this title match will take place, but the first ever All Elite World Champion will be determined in a match between the winner of the Casino Battle Royal and Jericho versus Omega. Things could get very interesting because a few big surprises are expected at Double or Nothing. Therefore, whoever wins the Casino Battle Royal is likely to be an opponent worthy of an extreme honor right off the bat. Now, I have episode 16 right in front of my face right now. I have episode 16 of The Road to Double or Nothing. Remember how I said on Twitter? I did a poll on Twitter. If you guys wanted me to do a reaction on episode 16. Here comes that reaction video right now to end the podcast here on the channel. Now, I'm going to give you guys the clip for episode 16 of The Road to Double or Nothing. So here we go. Oh, hold on. Is this even... Okay. Don't have it here. Okay, so I gotta put it on the YouTube app on my fucking phone. No, I'm not watching this shit. No. Give me just a good second, you guys. Give me just a good second. If I can find it here. I'm going to react to The Road to Double or Nothing. Gotta give you guys episode 16. Here we go. Going to give you guys a reaction video on episode 16 of Double or Nothing.
Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so happy we just decided to do a pool day today. I mean, I've been stressed.
Hey, same. Nice weather. What nice weather calls for? Shots. I'm gonna go get some.
That sounds amazing.
see those two girls right there? Oh man. Ooh, they look fire.
Hey, Rick, look, just so you know, double or nothing, you're obviously going to win. Like, you're my pick. Obviously, there's no competition among the other two. Come on. It's all you. Really? Yours for the taking. I'm gonna go help her.
Thanks, Brandy.
Hey, Brandy, what's up?
Hey, Nyla, how you doing?
Good. Dropping, making a mess in the kitchen.
You look busy, so I don't want to take a whole lot of your time up, but I did just want to give you kind of that extra vote of confidence. Look, I've been talking to a lot of people about this, and we all feel the same. This match, you got it in the bag. I mean, you are everybody's favored to win. So
Now, Mandy, I said Mandy. Brandy is just telling one person that she's gonna win the triple threat match, one person that she's gonna win the triple threat match, and the other person winning the triple threat match. It's just to boost the confidence. Now, I expect that triple threat match for the women to possibly steal the show at Double or Nothing tomorrow night.
you should feel good. You should feel good going into that.
You know what? Thank you for that. Like, hearing those words, like, now that's an extra bit of confidence. Thank you.
Yeah, no sweat. So just go out there and knock them dead. Hi, Kylie.
Hi, Brandy, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Yo, I must say this now about Kylie. She's fucking gorgeous. Kylie is fucking gorgeous. My God.
I am so excited. I can barely sleep. I'm just so nervous, but it's gonna be good. I've been preparing. I've been training. I've been eating right, so it's gonna be. I'm ready.
Well, I've got news for you that might make you even more excited. And look, I've been talking to everybody, and everybody who's anybody thinks you got this match in the bag. Like, we all think you're gonna win. I mean, yeah, I think it's yours for the taking.
Me?
Of course.
That means so much to me. Thank you. I can't believe that.
I'm not gonna keep you. I know it's late, so just do what you gotta do to be ready. But I know you're gonna nail it.
I can't wait. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Dude, this is funny. The road to Double or Nothing.
The world of professional wrestling has recently erupted with excitement over the new league All Elite Wrestling, AEW, and their inaugural event, Double
If you guys are excited for AEW Double or Nothing tomorrow night, I want you guys to hit that thumbs up immediately.
or Nothing, presented live on pay-per-view this weekend from the sold-out MGM Grand in Las Vegas. You've decided to take on WWE. Are you mad?
No. And I told you last year when
Would you want to compete with the WWE? I would. The fuck? Hello? But at the same time, if I'm AEW, I wouldn't want to be the next WCW. Because you know what WCW did? They beat Vince in the ratings for like over 80-something weeks in a row. But at the end of the day, the more they tried to be like them, it made of a difference.
I was first thinking of doing this, that there's a great business case for this, and I laid it out, and you're the perfect person to make the case to, because you are somebody who grew up loving wrestling. You love wrestling. And you hadn't watched much wrestling for a little while. Occasionally you would go out and check in, but you were what I would call a lapsed wrestling fan, effectively.
I think AEW Demo is almost entirely like the lapsed fan. If that wrestling it was always this sport or sports entertainment, however you want to look at it, and WWE was its biggest provider. But before WWE, and even in the beginning of WWE, there were so many other outlets for wrestling. And when they took it over, it almost created this huge vacuum, this huge void for, I want that type of wrestling again. Where's a little bit more violence? Where's a little bit more, is there blood? Why is everything so watered down? I hate saying.
Cody just literally took the words out of my mouth there. Literally, I'm not kidding.
But it's been so watered down, and that demo has waded through it. They've sat through it because they didn't have an alternative, and now they do. That's the biggest takeaway from all this. We've got to deliver, and I think with the guys we have, and the ones you don't know, and the ones you do know, I think this is a crew that can really deliver.
And believe me, Saturday night, all those guys at AEW, they will deliver in a very big way.
if we create a competitive environment and put the best wrestling product out there and work really hard, I think we can rekindle a love of wrestling internationally, and it'll be like it was 20 years ago.
It's going to be the best wrestling show of the entire year. Maybe
I believe
the entire
that.
decade. I mean, I might be getting ahead of myself because that's 10 years. That's a long.
I don't know. I don't know about the decade. But of the year, could be.
Time.
Yeah, when does the decade start?
When does it? That's the question. Maybe it ends at Double or Nothing, and then it's the
then
best
it's
of
a
the
new
decade.
decade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
What AEW's got, we've got like the best wrestlers in the world, the best like in-ring performers, but we don't have until now a platform where anybody besides WWE, which has really, really great distribution in a lot of places, now we're getting distribution in places all over the world where we're getting, as good or better distribution in many of the biggest markets. So when you say like taking on, I don't see it like that because I just want more wrestling for everybody. I think that like the more wrestling people watch, the better. And I don't try and discourage people from watching wrestling, and we don't discourage people from wearing other wrestling company shirts to our shows for that matter.
Remember that SmackDown Live when I think it was in Jacksonville, the same night that AEW had their fan rally? There were legit fans wearing AEW t-shirts going to SmackDown, and Vince told anybody that had an AEW t-shirt, don't let them in. Tony Khan just said it. And then Tony Khan just said it himself. If you're wearing another wrestling promotion's t-shirt, we don't care. That's how confident they are. They just don't care. Vince, on the other hand, he cares.
Do you think he's going to win that triple threat match? Have you expressed? Because I gather you may have expressed an opinion to maybe more than one of them, maybe to even all three of them.
So
They can't all win.
I like all these ladies. Like I said, they're all very talented.
Yeah.
And I want them to do their best. So sometimes you gotta put some confidence in them. So sometimes maybe that means you say the same thing, give or take a little bit. Do you think that they?
Can I remind you guys about something real quick before I finish the video here? You guys do remember that Brandy was a ring announcer in WWE. She was a ring announcer in WWE. Look at her now. She's in charge of the women in AEW. She's in charge of the women. She's playing a big factor, a big role for the women's division in AEW. She was a ring announcer in WWE. Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
I actually think I have one favorite. Like, do you think the other girls? Wow.
Oh, 100%.
Oh man.
Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, had never done a show on television as a group, as a wrestling promotion, yet they were able to draw over 11,000 people to a show they did in suburban Chicago, just on basically viral promotion and word of mouth, and through the love of wrestling that they've spread. The kind of people that came to their show were some of the most rabid, passionate fans you'll ever see, and it was like a really, really exciting experience. I was there, and it was one of the best shows I've ever been to. When they became available to work for somebody else, I was there with a business case, with a business plan, and an idea that we could produce a show that was going to be available weekly, and that we could recreate what was a better time to be a wrestling fan in many ways.
It's not so much this brother versus brother element that's familial and it's there. But
I want you guys to pay attention to what Cody says about his brother.
really what it is generation versus generation. Like, I can't stand his generation of wrestling. And it's everyone's favorite. The Attitude Era.
And he represents that.
Fully. And I can't stand it because
Cody said that Dustin, aka known as Goldust, represents the Attitude Era, the best era of wrestling, and Cody can't stand it. Just with those words alone, I'm excited for Cody versus Dustin at Double or Nothing. I'm excited for it. You got me hooked. You got me hooked. And not because what Cody said about the Attitude Era. This is two different generations. And at the same time, Cody and Dustin, they're fighting for their father. Can you imagine Dusty being at Double or Nothing? Can you imagine how proud Dusty would have been at both their sons and Brandy? Can you imagine the smile on Dusty's face watching Cody and Dustin go at it, butt heads, go one-on-one at Double or Nothing tomorrow night? I bet you right now, Dusty in his grave is smiling from ear to ear. I bet he is.
I think there's been 5 matches in the last 5 months that were better than that whole era. But you say that and people absolutely not, you know? So this is just that moment where I want to see it together. Generation versus generation, the best of, you know, the Attitude Era versus hopefully the best of what we have today. And that's really what it is.
Double or Nothing's going to be, in my opinion, one of the greatest pay-per-views in wrestling history, and I know something about it in that, like, I'm very familiar with what we're planning for Double or Nothing, and I've seen every pay-per-view in wrestling history. We've got some great announcements still about the card to build interest.
There's still some surprises.
Yeah, there's going to be some surprises. In fact, I think I've got some news that I'm going to share with you when we get off here. Some big news.
I feel like if you're not satisfied at the end of Double or Nothing, you're not a wrestling fan.
Brandy just hit it on the nail of the coffin. If you're not satisfied after Double or Nothing, you shouldn't be. You're not a wrestling fan. If you're not satisfied with Double or Nothing after Double or Nothing, you're not a wrestling fan. And I'm gonna say this now: if you're not satisfied after NXT Takeover 25, you shouldn't be watching WWE, period. You shouldn't be.
And now I can report that the stakes are about to be raised. As we announce here, for the first time, that the top 2 contenders to the AEW World Championship will be determined this weekend in a massive pair of final title eliminators. The first top contender will be the winner of the Casino Battle Royale at the Buy live.
I read this report earlier.
Midnight this Saturday in the UK and streaming free live worldwide at 7 p.m. Eastern. And the other top contender will be the winner of the pay-per-view main event of Double or Nothing. The highly anticipated clash between arguably 2 of the greatest wrestlers on the planet, Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. These top 2 contenders crowned at Double or Nothing will battle at a later date.
So the winner of Omega and Jericho will face the winner of the Casino Battle Royal winner. They will clash for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to make a guess. When will this matchup take place? Probably at the Rise of the Fallen pay-per-view. Either that or at AEW's first television show, Tuesday Night Dynamite, in October. It's either that. Or unless if they have an event in August, they can do it there too to compete with SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver Toronto. There you go. And that is it, guys, for episode 25 of the Reality Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought of the podcast. If you guys are new to the channel, please, guys, show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. Check out Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday live on the channel right now. NXT Review live on the channel as well. SmackDown Live and Monday Night Raw, and as well as Money in the Bank. All of these 5 videos will be in the annotation above that you see in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast right here on the channel. So make sure you are connecting with your boy Chris on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications for daily wrestling content. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 26 of the Reality Podcast, where we talk more news and rumors on the wrestling world. And tomorrow, Double or Nothing, I expect Double or Nothing to break the entire internet on Saturday night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 26. Remember, guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video on all over social media. Till then, talk to you guys later.